to game 1 of the Altoona tournament as the Immanuel will take on the Ellsworth Panthers. Ranks currently 15-12 on the year, ranked 203rd in Wisconsin, with the Ellsworth being 3-13, ranked 385th in Wisconsin. So we have a pool of 3. Also, we'll take on Hudson after this, and Alliance will finish off the pool by taking on Hudson. Following that, should be at about 11. We'll just start off strong here in our first game. After all pool play is concluded, they will be set in an 12-team tournament, single elimination. 4 teams will get buys. Might hope to be one of those teams. Going to start out with a win here to start off. They're going to need set percentage and point differential are going to be key. Ellsworth will try to service and be bumped up for Thompson. Thompson on the tap and back over. All the way across. And the line set back high by Gurgle. Try to put back against the Thompson once again. We got a corner. That one heads long. And the Panthers start off with a 1-0 lead. And it'll be Monsick back to serve for the Panthers. Right up and right from the back, throwing this one up center for Koenig. And that one going to head off the hands of Wilson on the play. Line up the game now at 1. And it'll be Leduc back to serve for the Lancers. Going to give them their first lead of the night. Good spot there. That'll drop down for Ace. Off the hands of Gilbertson. Leduc going to put him up 2-1. Side to the back line. That one heads out of play. Untouched for the Lancers. As they go up by 2 now, 3-1. Chief Ty sending this one back to her. Good spot. Diving saved by Gurgle. Back in here for Radical. Off the barrel. Tip back up on that. Radical right there to get it. And a lift now on the Lancers. And no, lift on the Panthers. Miscalled at the net. The only thing the Lancers did was bump it up. Was indeed a lift on the Panthers as the Lancers go up now by 3, 4-1. Time to fix the scoreboard here, as it currently reads 4-2. And now it's 4-1. We can continue. Lancers with a 3-point lead. Leduc still serving. That one heads out down the sideline. Bringing the Panthers back within 2, 4-2. And it'll be Gilbertson back to serve. Thompson all the way across for Radical. Blocked it. That one's up and down. Back in the Lancer square. Putting the Panthers back within 1 now. 4-3. Gurgle. That one heads out of play. As an ace for Gilbertson ties it up at 4. Luke going to get under it. Looking up for Kane. We'll just bump it over. Taking it back by Gilbertson. Going to be sent across for Marr. Steve Thompson, Radical back up. Radical on the run. He's going to touch down the line. Was a touch at the net. It was not. The Panthers go up by 1 now. 5-4. Luke off the ceiling. Gurgle gets it back up. And it'll be Thompson will tap it over. High from the barrel off the ceiling. Oh, and that's coming back. The Boyle gun maybe percentage just a tad high, hit one of those beams. And no one even in position to get there. Lancer ties one up now at 5 as Thompson heads back to serve. And that gave it right back to the Panthers up by 1. Nelson will enter in and she'll head back to serve. Tip back high, 4 Radical on the run. He's going to set it over. Going to go back and set up center. Blocked net by Katie, but out of play. As the Lancers go down by 2 now, 7-5, an early timeout from the Lancers here in the first set. Back to the timeout, 7-5, a 2-point lead for the Panthers with Nelson still serving. Down the line, Luke Thompson going to bump one back high for Radical on the run. That'll drop down. In between Gilbertson and Nelson as the Lancers going to get the serve back within 1 now, 7-6. As Quaid and Bartles are in for Girdle and Koenig. And it'll be Bartles back to serve, looking to tie this one back up. By Gilbertson, set up quickly center on the back line, gonna head long. The game ties itself up now at 7. Bartles now back with a chance to give him the lead. Back on this Gilbertson gonna set him behind the run from Maher. Down the sideline, picked up by Bartles. Thompson over across the Radical post, and she's going to have to punch it over, staying on her side, taking that and sent back high by Maher. Back set quickly, going to fade away and just set it over. Quaid right there to get it. Thompson bumps one back for Radical. Radical good touch, that'll drop down. Into the hands of Ivan Maher. Put the Lancers back up by 1 now, 8-7. So off the timeout, Lancers going on a 3-0 run now. Getting their lead back. We're going to extend it as Bartles once again. Line drive back there, redirected high, it'll just be bumped over. Set high from Bartles. Back up for Starling to the corner. Oh, one sounds long. And the Panthers get it back and maintain it even at 8. 6 for 4. Olsen. And Olsen will head back to serve. Now when it's up short, getting it right back to the Lancers as they get their 1-point lead back. 9-8. And now number 12, Radical, will head back to serve. The 9 and back, we go all the way across far side for Maher. That one going to drop down into the hands of a diving Radical. And the Panthers tied right back up at 9 with Larson entering in for Starling. Maher back, trying to get him a lead and into double digits. We'll see foul from Larson. Thompson coming to back up for that, and Luke will bump it over. Step back up quickly, center. Thompson sends him back on one hand, sent right back down. Luke is there. Radical back across for Larson. This ball from Larson, he's got a play off the hands of Motzek. Puts the Lancers into double digits up by 1, 10-9. Starling and then right back in for Larson, with Starling heading back to serve. Larson came in, got the kill, gives the serve back to the Lancers, and we'll see what Starling can do with it. Trying to give him the lead. Center, all the way across, close to the net, tipped on a play off the hands of Quaid. The Panthers get it right back, tying it up at 10. going to enter it along with Peterson for Nelson. Three-way trade there. It's the libero number 1. Boyle will head back to serve. Two tie from Radical. Back across for Leduc. That one going to drop down. As Luke gets her first goal tonight. Putting the Lancers up by 1, 11-10. Which had a great night the other night, kill-wise, against Oliva. Gets her first team. Gets the Lancers to 1 point lead. Further heads back to serve. Line drive. Sent back high. Must be tapped over. Starting to set one up for Bartles. Awesome the back tip back high by Maher. Back across far side. Block the catch by Thompson and Luke. Keeping the Lancers up now by 2, 12-10. Center close to that, gonna just tap one over. Radical right there to get it. Starling back up for Thompson. Thompson the back line, tip tie from Boyle. Back across, far side. Getting it over the block this time, tip tie from Radical. Curry gonna send one back across for Bartles, so just tap it over. Loading save in the back, gonna set one quickly. Center. Sliding save from Radical. Someone's in the net, and it's the Lancers. That's gonna go on Thompson as the Panthers get it back within 1, 11-12. And now number 11, Popsicle, head back to serve with a chance to tie. Got an attempt from Gruder. That one drops down underneath. He hesitated on its way in. Ends up dropping down for an ace as the game ties up at 12. Down the line, looking safe from Radical. Back up for Thompson, tip it to net. That one going to drop down as Maher can get there in time. The Lancers maintaining a 13-12 lead as number 13, Koenig, will enter in. And now Leduc back to serve. Good spot, redirected high, and a long way to go. Just getting it over, Radical on a slide. Thompson back up for Radical. She'll finish one off on... I'm going to say that one went long on the back line. And it'll tie up at 13. Into the net as the Lancers get their 1 point lead back, 14-13. And now Thompson back to serve. Thompson back high, gonna go all the way across from Maher. Tip to the net, diving save, tip back out from Thompson. Bad angle from Starling, and not gonna really get it over. And just tied right back up at 14 as Nelson was in. Along with McCarty. And it'll be Nelson back to serve. The back, Radical sends one high. Radical back up into play. And it'll be tapped over by Starling. Backs up close to the net. Radical gets up there and sending it right back down. Lead Lancers a 1 point lead, 15-14. Bartles and Quaid entering for Koenig and Gergel. And it'll be Bartles back to serve with Boyle there entering in on the other side for the Panthers. Side, Thompson there to get it. Starling to send one across for Quaid. Blocked at the net. Tip back high from Quaid. Thompson back up this time for Radical. Blocked at the net. That one going to drop down into the hands of Bartles. Strong net play from the Panthers as they bring this one back even, tied at 15. Larson going to enter in for Starling. And Olsen will continue to serve. To give the Panthers a lead as they've been trading points for the past few here. Lancers maintaining a 1 point lead. Dug up from right to the back, all the way across for Quaid. And Panthers in the net. They give the Lancers the lead right back, 16-15. And it'll be Radical back to serve. Good spot, sliding save, and just tap one over. Radical right there to get it. Thompson back up on the run for the Duke. He's going to punch one over. Someone's in the net, and it's the Duke. Ties the game back up at 16. Both teams struggling to go on a run and trading points. Most of the Lancers have had a 4-point lead. Since then, been brought even. Thompson sets it up for Quaid. Back in the air, sent back. Miscommunication, and now back. Now can make it over. A couple of Panthers collided on the second hit. This gives the Lancers a 1-point lead back, 17-16, with Starlin entering back in for Larson. Lancers desperately trying to go on a run here, trying to pull away as we near the 20s. Running save. Sets one back. Set. That one goes long. Off the hands of Gilbertson. It's the Lancers up by 2 now, 18-16. Back line to Kai. Back set one. Saved by Radical, then back across to Tom Figure on a standstill. Back nine from Maher. All the way across on the run. That one heads out untouched by the Lancers. And a timeout by the Panthers. 19-16, Lancers up by 3 here in the first set. Back to the timeout. 19-16, a 3-point Lancer lead as they ride a 3-0 run. Looking for the 20s here with Starlin serving. And set one quickly back. Good spot. Radical jumps up to get it. Starlin back across for the Duke. Tipped at the net. And he saves. Set back across far side. Down the line. Tipped on a play off the hands of Arnold. Lancers get it back now within 2. Peterson enters in, and it'll be Boyle back to serve. Spot, dug up by Radical, set up quickly for Thompson. Off the net, flying safe from Boyle in the back, set quickly far side. Good touch, tip back high from Quaid. Starlin back up for Luke on the run, gonna tap one over. Good job staying on the side this time, step back across far side again. I'm gonna be received by Radical, and now Lancers in the net. That was Starlin. And the Panthers now bring it back within 1. Boyle back now with a chance to tie it up. From the Duke. Thompson gonna set one back up for the Duke. Good spot on the line, and it'll drop down. Putting the Lancers into the 20s up by 2. And now Starlin will enter in for Gurgle, with Gurgle heading back to serve. Gurgle entering in for Quaid. Gurgle back to serve. Set up quickly center, tip back high from Radical. Back up on the run for Bartle. First up there to get it, gonna set one back far side. And into the net. Lancers up by 3 now, 21-18. Sliding, saving it back in the air. Radical right there to get it. Back set for the Duke on the run. Blocks to the floor. Off the hands of Gilbertson. And Panthers going to call their final timeout. 22-18. Lancers with a 4-point lead. Just 3 points away. Back to the timeout, 22-18, a 4-point lead for the Lancers. They're just 3 points away from taking this first set, with Gergo still serving. That Panthers get it back now within 3. Rotenberg will enter, and it'll be Montic back to serve. And set one up center for Thompson, trying to punch it over. Tipped right back, and Luke is there. Thompson back up this time for Bartles. And ends up being caught by Maher. Gonna go down as a lift as Bartles gets the kill, putting the Lancers up by 4 now. 23-19. And they will enter in, and it'll be Leduc back to serve. Lancers just 2 points away here. Close to the net. Radical gonna send it right back down. Putting the Lancers now just 1 point away. Perfect spot for Radical to get them that 24th point as they go up by 5, 24-19. And it's Luke back for the win. Running save from Boyle. Sets him all the way across. He's going to tap it over. Luke right there to get it. Lancer chance gets set. Back across for Radical again. Good touch. Diving save back to the Lancer side. Thompson again. This time for Koenig. Into the net. And the game will continue 24-20. It'll be Gilbertson back to serve. Going to need 4 straight to keep it going. Steve Todd from Luke. Thompson across for Radical. To finish off. Lancers get the 5-point win, 25-20. As they take the first set, we'll be back in 3 minutes for the second set. For the second set, Lancers taking the first one 25-20. Lucas starting for serving here. Steve Ty from Boyle. Step back and run for Gilbertson. Good touch off the net. That'll drop down into the stone. And the Panthers go up 1-0. Back to serve for the Panthers. So dug up by Luke Thompson going to set one high for Radical. Tip high off the block. Send back high for Motsick. Boyle will send one across and run for Gilbertson. Blocked on a play off the hands of Thompson. 2-0 lead now for the Panthers. Luke technically high for Radical, so the touchdown on that line. Gilbertson right there to get it. Boyle sliding close to the net. Radical going to try to punch one back, tipped high. Back across. For Gilbertson, sliding safe from Jordan. Thompson back up high for Radical again. Good spot and out on the play. Off the hands of Maher. Brings the game back within one now, 2-1. And it'll be Thompson back looking to tie it up. Skipping along the net, that'll drop down, finish off the hands of the sliding Boyle. Tying the game up now at 2 as Thompson is back with a chance to give him the lead. Quick set center, has to fade away to get it. Back up from Gurgle, all the way across for Radical. High off of Boyle. Send back up into play, and he'll just bump it over. Nice chance, good set once again for Radical. That one gonna turn it down onto the sideline. Big kill from Radical, putting the Lancers up by 1, 3-2. Tap one over, tip it to the net, ends up dropping down in front of Thompson. The Lancers clock took it on the way down, took off onto it, just dropped straight to the floor. The Panthers will tie this one up at 3, with number 7, Gilbertson back to serve. Off the hands of Gurgle out of play. The ace for Gilbertson puts the Panthers up by 1. And now Seibel will in for Gurgle. And Seibel will head back. Luke tipped back out from starting on the run and back across over by Koenig. Quick set center into the net from Peterson. Marlon Quaid back in for Koenig and Seibel. So Seibel comes in for just one play. Game ties up at 4, and it's Bartles back to serve. Maher. Line drive from Bartles back into the net. The Panthers go up by 1, 5-4. McCarty will throw along with Stoltenberg. Here's Stoltenberg back to serve. Better from Radical. Set quickly for Radical. Blocked to the net. No one back in time. Panthers now go up by 2 once again, 6-4. Back save from Radical, set back on the run for Radical, and he's going to punch it over. Set back across for Maher. Off hands of Bartles out of play. And the Panthers now up by 3, 7-4. And the Hudson Raiders have entered in on the far side of the gym, getting ready for their matchup against the Panthers. So they'll come up after this one ends. We'll see from Radical, set across for Quaid to the corner. That one will drop down. Good spot from Quaid. From the Lancers back in 2-7-5. They had Radical creep up the block, started leaning towards her, and allowed Quaid an opening lane as Nakazumba will let her in for Bartles. And it'll be Radical back to serve. Set center, that one had a play down the sideline. Had some space, but couldn't quite drop it down as the Lancers being right back within 1 now, 7-6. And Radical back to serve, trying to bring it even. High off the hands of Gilbertson. And it ties up at 7. Sliding save, another ace for Radical. As the Lancers go up now by 1. A 4-0 run now for Lancers, led by Radical with back-to-back aces now, looking for 3 in a row. Right center. Backs it on the run, cross court, up and down on the back line. Hardiman tossed at the net anyway. As the Panthers hold on to a tie, 8-8. The strong run for the Lancers. Keeping the game back within striking distance. As Olsen heads back to serve. Right up from Radical. Townsend quick set center for Quaid. Blocked to the net. And drops down as all Lancers ran past it. That's the Panthers back up by 1, 9-8. Once again, Thompson runs back to get it. Gonna bump one up for Luke on the run. Gonna roll one over. Step back across, far side for Maher. Sliding save from Radical. Thompson right across to Luke again. Has a spot and jump it down in the corner. Beautifully executed from the Lancers as they tie this one up now at 9 with Koenig entering back in for Kazemba. And it'll be Starlin back to serve. The shoulder diving save, can't get it back in the right direction as that one heads out of play. Giving the Lancers a 1-point lead now, 10-9. That one gonna head out of play. Ace for Starlin off the hands of Kubertson. Then the Lancers up by 2 now, 11-9. Bartles back in for Koenig. And Starlin will head back once again. All the way across. High from Bartles. Thompson meets it at the net. Forcing it back down off the hands of Peterson. As the Lancers go up by 3, 12-9, with a timeout by the Panthers. Timeout. 3-point Lancer lead 12-9 after taking the first set by 5, 25-20. Set back on the run. Let's be tapped over. Sliding save from Bartles. Starlin sends one back high for the Duke. Blocks the net. Radical there to get it. Starlin trying to set one back over. Tip back. Radical sends one high. Sorry, Quaid sends one high. Good move from Thompson. Back across, far side from Maher. Chips the net. Diving save will Duke off the net. Thompson can't get under in time. And the Panthers get it back within 2, 12-10. Now back to serve. Off the net, sliding save from the Duke. Back high for Thompson. Blocks the net. Thompson sends him back. Quaid across for the Duke. Has to run back to get it. Sending the trap one over. Back across. Close to that. Tipped back from Quaid. Now Starlin across for the Duke. To the back line. And she'll drop one down. Putting the Lancers right back up by 3, 13-10 with Gurgle entering in for Quaid. And Gurgle heading back to serve. And Nelson entering in as well. Now heads out down the sideline. Bring it right back to the in as it'll be Boyle back to serve. High from Radical. Starlin up center for Thompson. Blocks the net. Tip back high from Starlin from the floor. Radical going to send him quickly over. 2-3 by Nelson. All the way across. For Gilbertson. Radical running it back in the air. Gilbert tips him back high. Malik Bartles will bump it over. Back high from Nelson. Kicks at center. Tip tie for Radical. Back in the air, but no one there to get it. As Starlin got underneath, but no one else in position to send that one over. As the Panthers get it back now within 1, 13-12. Starlin up center for Thompson. Good touch. Running save from Olsen. Going to set one back across for Gilbertson. Blocked from net by Thompson. Tip back high from Boyle. Michael's the ceiling one touch. That back. Tipped it in again by Thompson. This one going to drop down as the Panthers even it up. Now at 13. Boyle back now looking for a lead. Radical on a slide. Going to get all the way back over. Trying for the quick send back with Peterson. Ended up just sending it into the net. As the Lancers maintain a 1-point lead, 14-13, with Koenig entering back in for Bartles. And it'll be Leduc back to serve. All the way across for Gilbertson. Tip it to net. Tipped out of play by a diving Radical. As the Panthers tied right back up at 14. Back to serve. Miscommunication from Starlin and Radical. Ends up dropping down for an ace, so the Panthers go up by 1. And now Seibel going to enter in for Gerber. Back, Leduc is there. Thompson quickly for Radical. Good touch, that'll drop down. Tipping that by Peterson. As it drops down center to tie this one back up at 15. And now Thompson back to serve. That's a nice serve earlier today. This one not too bad either. Sent back from the line and bumped high and over from Boyle. Thompson back up. Or Starlin on the stand still with that. That one just out of play. Well, the Panthers go up by 1 now, 16-15. And now Larson in for Starlin. With Gilbertson back to serve. Five from Seibel. Back up for Thompson. Radical coming in at the last second. Back set for Gilbertson, so to set it over. Larson back up for Radical. Good touch, diving, saving it back in the air. Sends it across far side. Blocked at the net, but out of play. (17-15) a 2-point Panther lead. Off the hands of Leduc, off the ceiling, no one there to get it. And now a 3-point lead for the Panthers as the Lancers going to come in and call timeout. 18-15 here in the second set. Back from timeout, 18-15, a 3-point Panther lead with Gilbertson back serving. Seibel. Koenig on the run, will send one back. Seibel, long way to go. Can they get it over? Step back on the run. Blocked his net by Koenig. And the Lancers back within 2. Bartles in for Koenig. Quaid in for Seibel. And it'll be Bartles back to serve, trying to bring this game back even, currently down by 2. Off the net, they go right back to the Panthers. And they get their 3-point lead back now, 19-16. And now Stockenberg back to serve. Right up from Radical. Set across for Quaid. Blocked the net, and on a play. Putting the Lancers back within 2. And it'll be Radical back to serve. Lancers need to go on a run here as we near the 20s. Down by 2 currently. I've got a couple of aces earlier this set. So set it back to the floor. Tip back high over for Maher. That one dropping down in the corner. As the Panthers hit the 20s up by 3, 20-17. Olsen will enter in, and it'll be Olsen back to serve. Two ties from Radical. Thompson sending across forward. 2 to the back line, sent back. Back up high for Maher again. That one going to drop down in between Bartles and Radical. 21-17, a 4-point lead. And now Kazemba in for Bartles. High, Larson steps up, and that one ends out of play. The lead grows now to 5. Lancers call their final timeout, 22-17. Back for timeout, 22-17, a 5-point Panther lead. They're on a nice little run here as well. Trying to finish off this set. Luke gonna settle it down. Putting the Lancers back within 4 as Starlin enters back in for Larson. And it'll be Starlin back to serve. Lancers need to go on a run here. Try to keep this one getting really towards the end. Set quickly center. High off the hands of Kazemba. Luke gonna send him back across for Starlin. This will bump it over. Set back far side for Maher. Blocked at the net. Sent back high. Back across. Goes to sitting one shot. Boyle will just send one over. And now Lancer's chance gets set. All the way across for Luke. Good touch on the net. That'll drop down. Luke drops down another. And the Lancers now within 3. And Starlin back now looking for the 20s. High from Boyle. Set across for Maher. That one sends far. Untouched for the Lancers. And they're now within 2. Set one up for Maher again. There's some blocks from that. Set back guy for Maher. Backs it on the run. That one gonna get over. Radical right there to get it. Nicer chance to get set. Across for Luke again. Blocked the net chip tie from Thompson. Starlin back for now Quaid. That one gonna drop down. Another big kill for the Lancers, and they're within 1. Tying up by the Panthers, 22-21 here in the second set. called now for both teams. 22-21, a 1-point lead for the Panthers. Had a 4-point lead. Lancers with a nice little run here with Starlin now with a chance to tie. Back Boyle retreats. Diving save, long way to go for Gilbertson. Gonna get it over. December right there. Lancers chance gets set. Back up for Thompson. Blocked to the floor! And we're tied at 22. Lancers now on a 5-0 run and a chance to take a lead here. High from Gilbertson, going to send one across the run for Maher. She'll just set one over. High from Leduc. Back set for Quaid on the run. Tipped back high from Gilbertson. Back up, it'll be tapped to the back line. Kazemba's there. Starlin on the run, going to set one up to Leduc, closer than that. Tips it up and over. Diving save back to the Lancers side. Starlin back up for now for Thompson. Blocked right back. Tipped high from Radical. Starlin going to go back now for Quaid. Off the nets and back high from Gilbertson. Back across, far side for Maher. Blocked at the net, tipped by Carr once again. Back across for Maher again on a standstill. Tipped to the floor, off the hands of Thompson. as Maher heads back, looking to give them their lead back. Currently up by 1. Starlin sets one up for Thompson. Blocked at the net, tipped back high from Thompson. Gonna go across now for Leduc. Blocked the net. Thompson sends him back across. Close to the nets. Can't get up in time. And the Panthers down just 1 point away. Maher back with a chance to do it. 24-22 the current score. Dug up from Radical. Set back for Quaid. Tipped at the net. Handle cleanly. Gonna send one back row from Maher. And that one heads out of play. And the Lancers hold on. Bring it back within 1. 24-23. Gurgle entering for Quaid and Koenig in for Kazemba. And now Gurgle back needs just 1 to keep this one going into extra points. 24-23. She's close to the net. Sent back down for Thompson. And the game continues. Tied now at 24. Big point coming here. The winner will get to serve for the set. As Gurgle heads back once again. She's brought it tied. Can she get in the lead? Lines are back to that. Can it just tap one over? Radical got creeping up. And the Panthers go back up by 1, 25-24. And now Boyle back with a chance to do it. She's back from Leduc. Starlin bumps him back up the net. Thompson comes up. Sliding safe from Boyle. Bump back close to the net. Gonna tap one over. Radical retreats to get it. Back high from Thompson. Good touch. Out of plate on the sideline. And the Panthers take it by 2, 26-24 in the second set, as they will force a third to 15 in about 3 minutes. for the third and final set. Lancer taking the first one by 5, 25-20. Dropped the second one by 2, 26-24. As it'll be Luke starting off the serving here in the third set. Step back across, far side for Gilbertson. Blocking the net by Thompson and Koenig. As the Panthers strike first, up by 1. And it'll be Motzik back to serve. Out of the back, Radical right there to get it. Clean set across for Radical. Good touch. And we're tied at 1. Center, tipped the net down to play. As the Panthers go right back up by 1, 2-1. Thompson gets back across for Radical. Good touch, running save from Motzik. Set back high from Boyle over from Maher. To the back line, out of play, untouched. Good call in the back as the Lancers tied up now at 2. Bartles and Quaid in for Koenig and Kurgel. And it'll be Bartles back to serve. Plug up from Boyle in the back. Gonna set one up quickly. Center. That one hits long. And I'm gonna say touched at the net. As the Panthers go right back up by 1, 3-2. With Stoltenberg entering, as she'll head back to serve. Put up by Bartles high on the back. Set it quickly for Radical. Put back high by Gilbertson. Back across and on from Maher. Good touch. Diving safe for the Duke. Quaid gonna set him back across. And Radical will bump it over. Retreating one-handed save. Long way to go. Not gonna make it. The Lancers tied back up now at 3. With Radical back to serve. It's Bono dropped down for Lancers in the hands of an Ivan Boyle. And the Lancers are first into the set, 4-3. Right back out. This time we'll send one high. Sent across for Maher. Radical right there to get it. Back up high for the Duke. Blocked the net and drop it down. Right onto the sideline. Ties the game back up now at 4 as also entering the third. Luke again. That one going to get over. Chip ties and Gilbertson. Sent right back. Radical there to get it. Thompson going to go back this time for Starling. Sent it to the net. Down the net line. Drop it down. Into the hands of an Ivan Motzik. Lancers back up by 1. 5-4. And now Starling back to serve. Time by Gilbertson, sent across from Maher again. That'll drop down between a couple of Lancers. And the Panthers tied right back up at 5. Save from Radical. Going to set one back for Thompson to the back line. Out of play, untouched. And the Panthers now go up by 1, 6-5. Maher back to serve. Lets that one go and ends up dropping down on the back line. As an ace for the Panthers, putting them up now by 2. And now Kazemba entering in for Bartles. Back up for the Duke. Good change direction for Maher. Blocked back of the net to the Panther side. Back across far side. Tip dive from Kazemba off the ceiling. Radical gets under it. Ends up sending a line drive out of play. 3-point Panther lead and a timeout by the Lancers. Timeout 8-5, a 3-point Panther lead with Maher still serving. Right up from Radical. Throwing something across for the Duke. Trying to save it out from Boyle. Back across far side. Blocks the net, but out of play. As the lead goes up to 4. Back up for blocked the net, took tie from Quaid. Back up for Quaid. Blocked the net again. Kazemba gets it back in the air, took back high now for LeDuc. That one blocked into the net. And a left now call on the Panthers. Lancers eventually break through as Gurgling Koenig enter back in for Quaid and Kazemba. And Gurgle heads back to serve. Lancers down by 3, need to go on a run. Only to 15. Dug up by Boyle, sent back on the run. That one heads out of play. And Lancers back within 2. So back across for Gilbertson on the run. Into the net. Lancers now within 1, 8-9. Showing off the timeout for the Lancers now. Give a chance to bring it back even. There it is, Maher. Sending it back to Gilbertson again. He's going to tap one over. Tip back high from Koenig. Back high for Thompson. Blocked at the net. And the Panthers maintain a 2-point lead down 10-8. Boyle back to serve. Set up for Thompson. Tipped out of play. Look, not untouched. Sent far down the sideline as the Panthers get their 3-point lead back 11-8. High from Radical. Back up center for Koenig. Koenig saving it back from Boyle. Back across far side for Gilbertson. Gonna set one far. Radical retreats to get it. Back up high for Thompson again. The back line out of play. And Lancers going to call their final timeout. 12-8, down by 4. But the Panthers just 3 points away. A 4-point Panther lead with Boyle back serving. Only just 3 points away from coming back after dropping the first set. Took the second one extra points. And right out of Constantine here. Sent right back down. Luke on a slide. Gets it back to the Panther side. Back up quickly. Center. Off the hands of Radical out of play. It's a 5-point game. Down the sideline, Luke on the roll. That one sent sideways to the net. And it's to the Panthers, and they're just 1 point away. Send across for Thompson, off the net, diving save. Tip back high from Thompson. Back up again for Thompson. Sliding save from Royal. And Thompson in the net, and that will do it. Lancers dropping in 3 sets after taking the first 25-20, drop the second 26-24, and end up losing the third 15-8. Next game will be in about an hour against Hudson as they will take on Ellsworth before that. Should be at around 11, maybe closer to 11:30, depending on how fast the next game goes. That'll be the last pool-play game before they are seeded. Lancers dropped the first one in 3 sets, 2-1.